Welcome back to another video. Today we are talking about every pocket notebook that I have used in 2025. And I've broken these out, I realized, into three categories. Some pocket notebook systems, things that include like covers, bands, zippers, pockets, things like that. We'll talk about these at the very end because there's a few things. I feel like that's the system that evolved the most for me. The next thing would be the hardcover pocket notebook, which I didn't think I would need a pocket notebook with over, say, 50, 60 pages in it, but these 180 page Leuchtterms have definitely found their place in my setup. We'll talk about them here next, but first we're gonna start with what I think about as far as like whenever I think about a pocket notebook, probably what you think about as well. The just classic paper pocket notebook. Some of these are stapled, some of these are thread bound. I'm gonna talk through all of these and talk about what worked, what didn't work this year, how I used my pocket notebooks across the board. I'll link everything down in the description below. So with that, let's get into it and have a fun journaling video, right? I'm gonna start this off talking about field notes. I've been using field notes for years, for probably a decade now, maybe longer. A few things that I want to say about field notes. First of all, I really enjoy field notes. Field notes just got so many things right with this design, the art that they do. I do like the three staples, at least for a notebook that I'm going to use for maybe a month or two. It's durable enough. I like the way that they wear. This was part of the winter edition, I believe, last year going into 2025. From 2024, the winter edition. These were the vintage notebooks. I really liked how these came out. I bought a few packs of them before they sold out. I wish Field Notes would make these like a regular thing, bring them back from the archive maybe. These were just so fun. They felt so good, and that's kind of like what you want is when you're doing the pen and paper thing, just to feel a little bit more old school. I even like that they did this sort of like gold looking staples on the side. This was just fun. This was a cool setup. What I did find, and what's been interesting about using so many different pocket notebooks in my pocket notebook system over the years, is that I found that I usually ended up liking using the just no covered pocket notebook in the back pocket over summer, you know, kind of like the shoulder seasons when I'm just kind of wearing shorts and a t-shirt or something. And that's totally fine. But now that we're getting back into winter, that's where a lot of these other systems started showing up. But before I get there, let's talk about a few more pocket notebooks, because not everything worked. Some stuff was great and some stuff I wish I could use more, but there's some constraints. Let's talk about all these other options here. I should start with Lochby. I really liked these Lochby notebooks. I still do. They are thread bound, which makes them a heck of a lot durable. And they use Tomoe River paper, which makes them perfect for fountain pens, roller balls. I personally like roller ball pens, not ballpoint pens. This is Lochby's calendar in here. So I was using this for a few months on and off this year. I did like this. I put this in my Paper Republic for a while. I have nothing but good things to say about Lochby. They're absolutely an upgraded pick. Paper quality is amazing. The print quality is great. The thread binding is second to none. The tough thing with these is just that they're probably one of the more, or if not the most expensive notebook here, one of the two most expensive notebooks here maybe. I think these go for around $7. If you buy, like, say something like the Lochby field cover setup over here, I believe they do come with one. But these for me are great if I need a notebook that I'm not gonna say use as like a day-to-day scratch pad. I wanna use it more for a project that's gonna maybe take a few months or maybe even go the length of the year, something like having it as a calendar. And these perpetual calendars that Lochby has allows you to number the dates and the months here, so you can kind of just jump in whenever. I really like these Lochby notebooks. I found out about these guys' word from Craft and Lore. These guys are a very different, I guess, design style, but still that same form factor as the field notes. I like them. I learned about them, like I said, from Craft and Lore. Shout out to Craft and Lore, local leather worker here. I do like that these are made in the USA, similar to field notes. Just a little bit different of like a art style, I guess, for some of the art that they choose for these. I don't know. I'm not the biggest fan of the art there. You might be. Let me know in the comments below if you are. Speaking about made in the USA, but didn't work out, I tried to do a Write in the Rain notebook. Back in spring, I think is when I got these. I like that they've done this sort of like thick ruled lines here, and then a dotted horizontal line to make a grid. I wanted to do the Write in Rain because I live in the Pacific Northwest. It does get pretty wet here. It's raining and snowing here right now. But this didn't do well with both my pencils or my rollerball pens. Yeah, I don't know if it would do well with fountain pens. These are made in the United States though, which is pretty cool. They are a little bit more expensive because they are weatherproof. They're made here in Washington State. If you have, what I'd recommend is if you're gonna get a Write in the Rain notebook, make sure you have whatever is the right or recommended, the correct recommended writing tool for writing on these things. I like my roller balls and I wanna find paper that works best with my roller balls, even if that means they're not as weather resistant, but that's something to consider and think about. I'm glad I at least tried these because I'd been wanting to for a while. These are fun ones. These are just from the Peter McKinnon, Pete's Pirate Life drops that he's done over the years. These are, I think they're both still the 3.5. Yeah, both 3.5 dot grid. One of these is thread bound though, and the other one is staple bound. I've used a couple of the staple bound ones, and then I have a couple of these thread bound ones just sitting in my desk. I've done some fun like allocations for these, I guess, as far as like, I have one of these sort of serving as my like travel log for my car, and maintenance stuff and other things like that. These are really fun, and I would love to find other creators online who are making their own notebooks. So if you guys know of anyone who's making their own notebooks and adding art, kind of like what Pete's done with these, let me know down in the comments below. Let us all know down in the comments below, but these are super fun and hard to get because he does them in these drops and they sell out, and you have to kind of, you know, it is what it is. I'm a fan of these. I like these, good paper quality, fun to have, more of like using these as like one-off jobs sort of thing for different tasks, but still good. Last two in the paper section is I have a Paper Republic. I think this is their 80 GSM notebook. These are great. I really like Paper Republic's paper. I have their 120 GSM notebook refill in my Grand Voyager right now. The only drawback of these I think I've found is that they're just really expensive trying to get them out here in the United States. They are a treat though. I definitely don't mind having them. I bought a few. I bought the calendar actually for 2026. I'm gonna be trying that out. These only have 2 staples instead of the 3 that you get on a field notes, but because these sit in the notebook and are more protected in like say something like the Grand Voyager, I haven't found it to be a problem in the last, I guess it's been over 6 months now that I've been using these. So these are great. I'm a fan. Like I said, it's tough to get a hold of, or just they're probably more expensive just trying to ship them from basically the other side of the world. But these are really good. I'm a big fan of Paper Republic as well. Finally, this was a sleeper for me this year. I knew Studio Neat had made like roughly an A5 notebook that they called the Totebook. I did not know that they had offered it in an A6, like a pocket notebook size. It's like this sort of fake leather cover. It's glue bound, I believed, but I have a special place in my heart for Studio Neat. These guys, Tom and Dan, they were making photography, mobile photography stuff 10 years ago. I think they still have the glyph on their website, I hope. Back when I was making photography videos, my first photography videos on this channel, which was like 10 years ago. And then they slowly got into making pens and stationery and notebooks. And I'm a big fan of what they've done. They always have a quality product. One thing to note about these tote books though, is because this is a little bit more of a, I guess, I don't know how to describe it other than like, it just has a little bit more friction to it. I found that I didn't necessarily like, you know, stuffing it in my back pocket, just didn't slide into the pocket as nicely. But if you're gonna throw this in, say, a bag or, you know, inside of a case like the Paper Republic or Lochby's case, I like that these are more durable. And I do like the binding on them. Yeah, shout out to Studio Neat. These guys are awesome. All right, moving right along, we got to talk about these. I didn't think I would get into these as much as I did. These are the Leuchtterm A6 hardcovers. I started using this notebook right here at the beginning of the year. I kind of jumped off of it for part of summer, and then I ended up finishing it and filling this thing up, and then I liked it so much I ended up getting one of, I ended up getting another one, and this one's about a third full now, maybe. I think I've talked about this on the channel before, but what I found using roughly 180 page notebook is that I can carry around things that I normally wouldn't carry around. I talked about this in like my year-end journaling. Things like my devotional maps, my reading lists, things that I want to have with me more than just say like doing grocery lists or to-do lists, things like that. So yeah, just sort of having like a command center of all the, you know, things that also just replace my phone effectively. I think if you guys haven't seen that video where I talked about the 10 different ways my pocket notebooks replace my phone, having something that has this many pages where I can dedicate, say, the first 20 pages to these more like apps in a way, whether that's like a parcel tracker, whether that's like doing something around, you know, keeping track of, yeah, like I said, my like devotional time and like reading list stuff. And in 2025, with all the travel that I was doing and just all the changes and wild things, I stopped using my A5 journals altogether, which is what I've been doing a lot of my daily journaling in, and sort of like my brain dump, my like morning journaling stuff in. And I just do that all now in these A6s, and they're much more portable, make it a lot easier for me to journal because I don't have my A5 with me all the time. I'm not carrying it around the house. I certainly don't like traveling with it, especially when I'm trying to lighten my travel load. And these hold up very well. This, you know, notebook having gone in my pocket, my back pocket for about, you know, 6 months actually of use. This band is a little bit worn compared to the newer one, but yeah, Leuchtterm does a good job. I guess the last thing I'll say about these is the fact that they're about I think a couple millimeters taller than that 5.5. Well, now I'm mixing. Now I'm mixing measurements. You know, where a Field Notes notebook, just a little bit shorter than this notebook, just that extra height on the page, maybe even a little extra width technically. Makes these actually really good for journaling, where I'm not gonna necessarily do like my daily journaling stuff in my Field Notes notebooks. These are more for like tasks, to-dos, like I said, grocery lists. Maybe thinking through like something, like doing a little bit of like, I don't know, just like getting something out of the mind. But if I'm actually gonna sit down and do a journaling session, last night I think I journaled for like, I don't know, an hour. I got down about 6 pages in here, and these are great for that. If you haven't tried the A6 over the A5s, definitely worth a shot. Let's now talk about, I got so many notebooks. Let's finish this out talking about, let's talk about these 3 different notebook cases and covers, because when I started the year out, I had this Lochby notebook case. And I really do like this. This will hold both my son's passport and my passport, plus a Field Notes or a Lochby journal. There's like some markings in here from my son getting a hold of my pen. That's pretty fun. When I'm traveling though, I love that I can take some important documents like my passport, zip them up here. I don't have to worry about anything falling out. The external pockets I sometimes use where like I'll put tickets, luggage call tags. I'll even just slip a 3x5 card back here sometimes with like confirmation codes, addresses of hotels, just like in case my phone dies or I don't have service for whatever reason, just so I kind of have that like paper backup, or I could do an entire trip just on paper. Having this is really good, especially since I have to carry 2 passports while my son is still, you know, he's only 3, but he's ready to go to Mexico with me. Yeah, can't say enough good things about this Lochby system, and it's definitely turned into like the travel warrior of my pocket notebooks. I like the wax canvas too, because this is very water tolerant, I will say, compared to like leather. You don't want to get leather wet. The Lochby definitely has its place for me, especially when it comes to travel. A lot of things to like about the Lochby. So that's staying. These are like the 3 systems that are going to stay with me, and all the other notebooks are going to kind of build around this. This is my little King Goods journal, or like journal cover. I have one of the vintage Field Notes in here. I was doing a lot of like journaling in this while I was posted up at my parents' house this year. Also just using this as a notebook where I do my practices for both Spanish and Latin, especially now living in Idaho most of the year. I don't get to practice a lot of my Spanish, and so trying to practice my Spanish as much as possible. And then I also practice my Latin in here, which is getting better, but I'm not quite at that point where I can pick up the Aeneid and like leisurely read it. I'm still kind of fumbling through some stuff. I've gotten a lot better at my ecclesial Latin and like reading the Vulgate and understanding it well, but it's been a journey. I've been at it for years now, and I'm still developing enough of like a confidence with it, or like I guess a comfortability with it. And so having like a beautiful notebook that every time I pick this up, I know, okay, I'm gonna be practicing my Spanish, my Latin, and just giving myself some little tasks in here to do that with. Yeah, every time I see this notebook, it's great. It's a signifier that I'm doing something very valuable and important to me. And it gets me excited to do those things, even when they're hard. Lastly, though, I want to talk about this Paper Republic Grand Voyager. Wow, this thing has changed journaling for me, I feel like, in a lot of ways that like the Leuchtterm kind of did as well. I started doing the calendar in here, paper calendar, I did it with the Lochby last year. I'm going to try the Paper Republic calendar here this year in 2026, as we get into 2026. This is just the year at a glance, plus the weeks spread. It has the week numbering system. And then I think it also has 2027 at a glance, which is very, I guess that's forward looking. We'll see how that goes. I'm excited for it though. A big thing that I want to do this year is just get more into the feast days and celebrate those and make those more of a thing for not just myself, but my family. So we'll be getting into that and yeah, just getting more excited about the liturgical year. So I'll be kind of filling this out for those things. And then this has been my adoration journal for pretty much most of this year. I did at one point have this thing completely packed out with like field notes, the calendar, a couple journals, the wallet. And I realized I was just putting too much on it, and then opening it and trying to use it was just kind of feeling overwhelming. And so having it like slimmed down to just a couple things like the calendar and then this like task of like, okay, this is the thing that comes with me to mass or to adoration, confession, all that stuff makes this really special, makes this a really special notebook. I still haven't found a good charm for it. I really do want like an Our Lady of Guadalupe charm. I've bought a couple off of like, I don't know, just random websites, and most of them showed up. None of them really fit the assignment for what I wanted to do on this thing. But if you happen to find a very good, yeah, probably Our Lady of Guadalupe. I was considering, I found some like Benedictine medals that might be kind of cool there, but maybe a Benedictine medal if I can't find a good Our Lady of Guadalupe. We'll see. I don't know. I'm still on the hunt. That's the other kind of fun thing about these journals is they're very personable. It's fun to figure out like what can you load up in these. I'll probably actually end up throwing some of these Studio Neat journals in here just to have them on standby. And I'll keep experimenting with this. So this will probably be something that I make videos about in the future on this channel as well. It's just like, what am I doing with this thing? I'm glad I also got the embossing with like the gold foil, just because like I ended up getting my wife one of these, or I think Paper Republic sent me one, and then I bought one. And you know, between my wife and I, that's been pretty fun having these. I have some friends now that have these. I know a lot of subscribers, a lot of you guys here have purchased, you know, notebooks like these. So it's fun. It's fun to have the embossing. So I know this is mine. This was the cognac though, and I wish I might actually just get another, I might need to get another cognac to see what the patinas looked like now over about 6 months, 7 months maybe, because this thing has definitely patinaed very well as I've used it. I was a little bit worried when I first got this because it felt like it was just a little bit too light, but it absolutely patinaed into the right color, at least the color that I wanted. So I'm very grateful for that. Let me know down in the comments below what paper notebook, notebook system, journaling ecosystem, whatever it is, are you onto right now? And hopefully this was helpful. Maybe you discovered some extra pocket notebooks that you hadn't heard of before. And let me know down in the comments below if you know of any other pocket notebooks that we should know about here on this channel. So with that, I just want to say thank you to everyone who has subscribed to this channel. If you haven't yet, please do so. It really does help me out here. And be kind, both in life and in the comments below. Like this video to send good vibes across the internet. Do it again soon. Later.